What's up? Just the JP in the house. I got a letter from a subscriber or viewer about relationships, long distance relationships. I think there might be a child in it within the relationship, and the spouse who isn't outgoing and doesn't have any, how could I say, any motivation or don't try new things to prepare themselves in life, and at the same time holds the one person back or hold that person back. So he asked me to do a video about this. I did a video. Actually, the same thing happened. Someone else asked me the same thing, but I didn't make a video about it. Should have, but I didn't. But life is very funny, and love is a strange word. First, I will give my definition of the word love. Love is not an action that you actually do to a person. It's actually the feeling that you get from an action that comes from a person. And that's what love is to me, okay? And I've analyzed it, and this is what I think it is. Now, of course, love has many meanings, and it comes in many, how can I say, it's applied in many different ways. You know, you love your parents, you love God, or whatever. You know, and each of those things are applied differently. They might have some slight different meanings, but I think in the end, it's just the feeling that you get from some action or some thought or whatever. I'm sure it's going to be an action, whether it's mentally, something you're mentally thinking of, some mental thoughts of some type of an action or some real action. And it's that feeling from the action that you have, and you love it. But I think it's more or less like an addiction, or if it's almost like a drug or something like that. And so it's something that you actually need and can't function properly without. Okay, so this is my definition. Now, I'm not saying that everyone else's definition is wrong. You think what you want, but I try to break things down simply so I can understand how to solve a lot of problems in my life and stuff. So that's the way I broke it down, and it's easier for me to handle it with that definition than it is with all the other definitions and things that that are out there in the world. Now, when it comes to relationships, and if you're planning on expanding your knowledge and your wealth and different things like that, and you have to move, you have to travel and things like that, then that's fine. You know, you need to do those things. And the reason you need to do those things, or the reasons, are the futures, because the future is just unknown. You never know what's going to happen and who's going to come around and do what. Whether you come around and all of a sudden, you know, lose all your money, or by even doing that, you might even create a lot of wealth or whatever. So it's always good to expand and get all this knowledge and stuff that you can. Not saying that it's going to work for you or anything like that, because a lot of times things do fail. But the fact that you're just getting out there and trying is a good thing. Of course, it's supposed to be a good thing. As far as children are concerned in relationship, a lot of people think that they need to be stuck in a relationship and they can't go anywhere because they have children, and a lot of people don't know what to do. So they might want to, they might have a spouse, and the spouse might want to travel and do something, but the other spouse is saying no. And I think that's not good, because it right there shows that there's no trust in the relationship, and that the two of them don't really know each other the way they should. Now, of course, there are other things in there you're going to have the concern that one person can't be able to manage all the problems that may occur because of the absence of the partner. But we're all adults, and those things should already be been taken care of and talked about before you even gotten married, before you even started having sex, period, whether you're friends or girlfriends or whatever, because that stuff is really important, and sometimes it does come back to bite you in the future. But just getting to the point, basic, without getting too deep and things like that. If you want to travel and expand your knowledge and your reach and things like that, and you're with someone who's always holding you back, then I would suggest that you would go. Okay, and the reason being is that when you go over there, you're going to get your experience and things like that, but you might understand why this person is like they are also, and you might understand that, hey, the opportunities that were there that you didn't see, you might see them. So then when you return, the whole relationship can actually get better. Or, in reality, a lot of people, usually when they travel and they meet some other, especially if it's a guy, they meet another woman, that's treating them better than the wife that they've been with or the person they've been with for the past 3, 4, 5 years, and then they dissolve that relationship and marry this new person, and this new person, they end up doing the same thing. So you just jump from the fire to another fire. It's the same thing. So if you're going to go travel for the purpose of expanding your knowledge and your wealth, then just do that. But remember, when you go to other places and you start relationships and and getting involved with other people, that you're creating roots that you might not be able to pull up so easily. So that's the only thing. So when I say go, what I mean is go, increase your knowledge, increase your wealth, find all the business opportunities that you can. You take advantage of all of those, but don't get into any type of relationships with a woman that, in the situation with a woman. I suggest you don't, because all you're going to do is create the same problem. And if you're a weak person anyway, then it doesn't matter, because any woman that's going to be with you, it usually, nowadays, I don't know, but I'm just thinking nowadays a lot of women don't hang out with strong men or men who have their own ambitions, and the women can't control the guys because they want to control the household and their feelings and things around them, and they can't find a guy that can do that. I mean, they want to find a guy where they can control everything around them, and usually they're not going to be able to do that with a man who has his own ambitions and who's just pretty much, strong, I guess, whatever that word's supposed to mean, but I guess we all know what it's supposed to mean. So just be careful. When I travel and I meet girls, in different places, and they come on to me and stuff like that, and I'll just, I'll play dumb. And the reason I do is because all of my defenses will appear to have dropped, and then they'll start the real them, but their real ambition starts to unfold. And then it's easy for me to say, wow, I can't believe this, it's funny, and I laugh at a lot of this stuff, but then I'll let them see that my guards have always been up, and it just saves me a lot of trouble. But the whole thing is, if you're in a relationship, though, with a woman who is always holding you back, and you have children, and you want to leave the relationship, and I'm not saying you want to dissolve it, but you want to leave it to make yourself better, the thing you need to do is find out how long you're going to be gone and create the money, more than enough money to support that child during the whole time that you're away. I had another situation with this one guy. He got a scholarship and he's supposed to be gone for a few months, and his the partner he was in a relationship with, they actually were just stuck in a relationship because of the child, and there are a lot of people like that. And she was complaining because he was going to go and better himself. However, he was really confused about what he should do. So he asked me, and I told him, you should go, especially because it was only a few months, and I said you should go because those few months is going to go by fast. And if you don't go, then the fact that you're not going, it's really your fault, because you should be able to go. It's your life. You should be able to do what you want to. But you should also be responsible for a lot of things. And your partner is not a child. And your partner should have responsibilities and should know how to raise a child by themselves. But your responsibility also, you have another responsibility, and that's monetary responsibility. So while you're gone, you need to have your part of the money there to provide for the child, because the mother might not have the resources or the job to create the extra money or resources, whatever, to make up for the portion that you're make up your part. I'm sorry, it's in the morning and I'm really tired. And so he was like, okay, but he said, well, I don't have a job. And I said, no, you don't need an extra job. You just need to quit spending money on things that you don't need. So if you're smoking and drinking, you're going out and party, then you stop and you save that money up. If you're eating fast foods and stuff, stop. Just go and, eat healthy foods, because healthy foods actually will save you a whole lot more money. And don't buy clothes if you don't need it. Don't buy new shoes if you don't need it, and things like that. Just be humble. Save your money. You'd be surprised. You might end up having an extra $1,000, a month. And if you save up for, I think it was, I don't know, the person supposed to be gone, I forgot when, but he had a lot of time to save up a lot of money. And I said, when you leave, if you can hand your partner an extra, let's say like if they had 10 months and they ended up actually saving $10,000, then they can, most people won't do it, but I would give, if I was gone for like 4 months, then I would give her 6 months. I would give her $6,000. Say, here, it's for you and the kid. Make sure, don't spend it, whatever. That's what I would do. And then the other $4,000, I would just put in the bank, just in case. And then, of course, you have your money for what you want to do anyway, because that money of course, you're going to have. But that's what I would do. So you need to be financially responsible for your child, and your spouse should also be the same. Like I told my daughter, about her children and stuff. It doesn't matter how many children you have. The most important thing is, are you financially able to take care of these children by yourself? Because the guy you're with, if he's going to stay with you or not, you don't know. So you have to be responsible for it. Okay, and I think that's about it. I think I might have to make a part 2. Good, I shouldn't want to talk too much. I'm going to make a part 2 real quick.